Hello, hello. Welcome to the show. I'm Dana Wild, and you're listening to Positive Mindset for Entrepreneurs. We want to send you a jolt of happy every morning. And so make sure to get your daily mantra by putting the word mantra in the comment section, and we will send you the link where you can sign up for our my favorite price, daily mantra. It's really like getting a jolt of happy in your email inbox and it gets you all fired up every day. Also, remember to subscribe to the channel when you've got those notifications on. It makes a huge difference because then you get our latest videos. So, today I want to talk a little bit about affirmations or mantras because we had somebody write in with a question that I thought was a great question. And here it is. It says, my biggest question would be, how do I generate a positive feeling when stating affirmations? I feel at the beginning, transitory statements feel nice, but the longer I repeat them, I don't feel good about them anymore. Maybe because it feels less true and I haven't seen results. So even the transition statements don't feel good. So if you're new to the Train Your Brain Sandbox, transition statements are different from perfect language mantras. And I'll talk a little bit about that today. So, most of the time when we learn to do affirmations or mantras, we use those really perfect short sentences. And there are actually some strict rules for how to use the wording for an affirmation. If you're interested in that, will you say, yes, I'd like to learn more about affirmations in the comments? Because if so, I'll do a whole separate video about the exact ways that you should phrase a mantra. But this particular session today, what I want to talk about is more the usage of affirmations, because this person is doing what a lot of us do, which is saying an affirmation to try to make something happen. So we're trying to force something to happen. Let's say we'll use one like money is flowing to me. Great mantra. Money is flowing to me. The problem is when we don't believe it, we're actually affirming the opposite of it. What we're doing is we're saying money is flowing to me. And then our brains are going, no, it's not. And so we've got that push pull, angel on one shoulder, devil on the other, going back and forth. Money's flowing to me. No, it's not. Money's flowing to me. Where is it? I just looked. It's not working. So now we're affirming more and more the opposite of it. So there are a couple of things that I like to remember about how to use affirmations. The first thing is that affirmations are not designed like some magic words to make something happen. Affirmations or mantras, they're used to help you increase already good feelings. So, did you catch that? The best time to say an affirmation or the best time to say a mantra is when you're already feeling good. So you're already feeling good and you're already thinking like things are going well. Things are starting to look up. I've had some good success the last few days. Then you might think, oh, yeah, I'm going to juice this feeling up. I'm going to say a bunch of other cool sentences. Money is flowing to me. Clients are coming to me. Everything's working out great. And you start to feel better and better and better and you juice it up. So if you notice ever that you're doing an affirmation or you're doing a mantra and it doesn't feel good, immediately drop it. Immediately. And it sounds like you did from this, but really there's no reason to say anything. The game that we're playing here, the game that all of us are playing in this kind of train your brain sandbox, is the game of awareness of how we're feeling in any given moment. And what can I do to juice up this feeling and feel better? So if I'm feeling frustrated, what can I do to juice it up and feel more hopeful? If I'm feeling depressed, how can I, feel a little bit better and eke myself up the emotional scale? If I'm already feeling hopeful, how can I juice up that feeling to be more believing or knowing or really get into those high emotional states? So that's the game we're playing. The game we're playing really is awareness. When I named my company, I didn't name my company the Mind Happy. I named my company the Mind Aware, because when we're aware of our emotional states, then we can start to make the necessary steps to shift those states to a different state of being. So it's nice if we can do it with words. It's nice if we can focus on some words and shift it. And the reference that this listener made was that they were doing transitory statements. So transitory statements are not those perfect language mantras. So perfect language mantras, we hear them, they're like, I am happy, I am successful, money is flowing to me, everything's going my way, and sometimes they just don't, they feel like lies, right? So if that happens, you can ease yourself into different language. One way is to use the word but. That's a good transitory statement. You can say things like, my business isn't growing, but I'm feeling more hopeful. So your brain does not hear anything that comes before the word but. So you can say anything you want. Things are horrible. My business isn't growing. I'm not doing very well, but, and then anything that comes after the word but, that's what your brain hears. But I'm open to more, but I feel something shifting, but things are working, but I trust I'll find my way, but I'm feeling more hopeful. Whatever it is, that's what your brain hears. So that's a great method. In this particular case, the person was saying they don't even think transitory statements are working for them right now. And so there's no rule or badge given for using mantras or using affirmations. The work, the play that we're doing here is, how can I feel better in any given moment? What does it take to feel better right now? Well, that might be taking a nap. Go sleep. You might feel better if you take a nap. It might be going for a walk in nature. It might be eating something. It might be turning on some music that you just love and dancing around. It might be jumping up and down and saying yes, 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 100 times. So there's no badge of honor given that I use mantras and mantras work for me every time, 100%. That's all I do. Or I speak to myself in transitory statements and those work. The name of the game is feel better, find the methods that work. Sometimes you'll be doing emotional freedom technique or tapping. Sometimes you'll listen to a meditation. Sometimes you'll just say, forget all of this and just release it and go watch a comedy. Whatever it takes to shift that energy and start feeling better. Because when you feel good, that's when you're negative, you close down the creative pathways in your brain. When you feel good, you open up those creative pathways in the brain and you get access to better ideas. So you start to feel a little bit better. Now you open up those creative pathways. I feel a little bit better. Oh, now I'm getting another idea for something that make me feel good. You know what would make me feel good would be going to call a friend or going to this movie or whatever it is. And so you start to get access to better ideas. You start to feel more like engaging. You get the idea to do this cool business idea. Have you ever gotten your best ideas when you're driving on the highway or when you're in the shower? Why do you think that is? It's because those are the times when you're using your best brain. So it's not always 100% that you're using your best brain when you're saying money is flowing to me, money is flowing to me, because you don't always feel good when you're doing that. So say mantras, ideally when you already feel good and when you notice that they're helping you to feel good. If something doesn't feel good, I don't care what it is. If dancing or petting the dog doesn't feel good, don't do that either. Really find those things that help you juice up your positive emotion. That's the name of the game. So there is no must-do list for how do you train your brain. There is no rule that says you have to be saying mantras or you have to be doing rants. I like to use rants, and I'll give you an example of a positive rant. If you think about negative rants are when people start complaining about something and they blow it out of proportion and they go on a huge negative rant. Well, guess what? You can do that positively too. So you can start to say little sentences that feel better, and you can start to ease yourself out of it. So it can start to be like, I like what Dana says. This is kind of cool that this can be easy. I like that I can think different thoughts. I like that I can play this game and see what makes me feel better and better and better. I like that it's just about feeling good and that there aren't any rules. I can bang around and figure it out. It feels like a load off to think that I don't have to say these mantras every day. It feels like a load off to know that there are many different things I could do to shift my energy. And I like the idea of shifting my energy, and I like the idea of feeling better. And you know what? This is going to be fun. I'm going to have a good time with this, and I'm just going to relax and just chill out and let this be okay that I find my way and I move around and try different things. And I like finding methods that work for me. And it feels like it's more of a game, and I like the idea that it's more of a game, and so I'm up for this sounds like me, and I'm feeling better already, right? So when you start to ease yourself into those sentences, you start to feel better. Now you start to get those good results. Now you start to get the ideas, the opportunities come on your radar, you feel like engaging, all that good stuff. The last thing I want to say today is, let's not take it so seriously. Let's have more fun with it. Let's just realize, like, it's okay just to play with this and not be perfect with it. We're all just out here banging around, doing the best that we can and doing our best to feel better in any moment. And I know when you don't feel good, or when something's in your car, or when you haven't gotten enough sleep, or when something's really bugging you, man, it's no fun not to feel good. And so let's just all do our best to give ourselves a break and give ourselves a little grace and make it more fun, and just relax and let go more and realize that you're already doing it. Just the fact that you're interested in this, you're already doing it. You're already on your way, and you've totally got this.